What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler and today I'm going to show you how to clean sneakers with knit uppers like Flyknit and Primeknit, and in particular today I'm going to be cleaning the Nike Epic React Flyknit. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't yet and you want to see more videos just like this one. Also make sure to give me a follow on Instagram and on Twitter at @RealSethFowler. But with all that out of the way, let's get into it. So these of course are my triple white or all white Nike Epic Reacts. And the problem with all white sneakers, especially when you live in a city like New York, they get dirty really quickly. And I mean honestly, I haven't even worn these guys that much. It's just every time I go out, I stand in something or someone stands on my shoe, or you just drop something or spill something on your shoes. White sneakers are just a magnet for dirt. So today I'm going to be using some of Rejuvenator's products like the Advanced Sneaker Cleaning Solution and some of their brushes to try and bring these guys back to life. So of course, thank you to Rejuvenator for sponsoring this video and helping me bring these shoes back to life. If you guys need to clean up your shoes, I definitely suggest checking out Rejuvenator. I've left a link in the description below. Also use my discount code SETH for 10% off your entire order. But now that you guys know what tools I'm using to try and fight this grime, that was a pretty rough pun. Let's unlace these guys and get started. So the thing about the Nike Epic React that kind of bums me out is that the laces go directly through the upper itself. It's a one-piece booty construction, so it is kind of a bummer to take out these laces and have to relace them. Also, as I'll tell you about later in the video, you can also put these laces in a laundry bag with these shoes when you actually throw these in the washing machine. So that'll definitely help clean these laces up too if you feel like they need to be cleaned up. This shoe is actually a lot dirtier than I thought it was gonna be. And I'm kind of bummed out because I'm touching all over it and it's been all over the city. It's been in subway cars, it's been in like the street, it's been on the sidewalk, it's been in the park. This guy is dirty. And my hands are now probably very dirty as well, so that's great. I've never actually seen the Nike Epic React Flyknit without laces. It doesn't look bad. I bet you in the future they're definitely gonna make a laceless version. I'm almost certain. Okay, now that we've got the laces out, the next step is to take your Rejuvenator shoe tree and stick it in the shoe so that while you're cleaning, the shoe maintains its shape. The nice thing about this is that it's adjustable, so it can fit every foot size. I have small feet, so I have to adjust it. They're not that small, they're a size 9, it's not tiny. Most of the sneaker reviewers out there have size 9 feet. Just is what it is. Now I've got the Rejuvenator shoe tree in the shoe. I'm gonna take these laces, put them off to the side, take this shoe, put it off to the side, and let's get started. So because the upper of this shoe is knit, it's definitely a little bit thinner and a little bit more fragile than most other shoes that are leather or suede. So you definitely need to be careful about what brushes you're using and what sort of technique you're using to clean up the upper. Because worst case scenario, if you don't have the right brush or you're not doing it the right way, you could damage or tear the upper of the shoe, and that's the last thing you want. So the next thing I'm gonna do is take this Rejuvenator expandable bowl, mainly because it pops out. That's the reason I like it so much, gotta be honest. So what I just did is fill up this bowl with water, and now what I'm gonna do is take this Rejuvenator Advanced Sneaker Cleaning Solution and pour a couple drips in there. So now that you put some Rejuvenator in the water, you wanna mix it up a little bit. I usually mix it up with the brushes, but before I do that, I wanna talk about what brushes you wanna use on this upper. So for the first stage of cleaning on this knit upper, you wanna use a soft brush. I'm literally using the Rejuvenator soft brush. It's perfect for knit uppers. Like I said, I'm gonna mix up this Rejuvenator cleaner with this water a little bit. So the nice thing about this soft brush is you can scrub it in pretty much any direction without worrying about like tearing up or damaging the upper. This soft brush is a really good way to start the cleaning process because it really allows you to get down deep and start digging out those really tough stains. I have some grass stains on the toe, which are pretty dark, but they're definitely coming out now that it's starting to foam. Another nice thing about the Rejuvenator shoe tree is that when you're cleaning the toe of the sneaker, it provides some nice resistance against your hand. So with a knit upper like this, it would just totally compress if you didn't have anything under there. But with the shoe tree, it really allows you to kind of press into the material and start getting out those stains. So now that I've gone over the shoe with the soft brush, I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. I got pretty much all the stains out that I wanted to. There's still a couple grass stains around the toe that I'm gonna go at a little bit harder with a different brush. So now what I'm gonna do is move over to the medium brush. The medium brush is obviously a little bit stiffer than the soft brush, so it's important to only wipe in one direction. So for example, I'm only sweeping in one direction towards the back of the shoe. And if there are some sort of set-in stains, you can apply a little bit of pressure around those areas. Not too much though, because again, this is a knit upper. Now once I've done that and wiped the shoe down with the Rejuvenator microfiber cloth, if there are still some stains left over, especially around where the upper meets the midsole of the sneaker, you can hit them with the hard brush, except very lightly. It doesn't really look like I need to on this particular sneaker because the soft brush and the medium brush pretty much took care of just about everything. So now I'm gonna let this upper dry and move to the midsole of the sneaker. So I'm gonna hit this with the Rejuvenator solution and the Rejuvenator hard brush, and it should take care of just about everything that can be taken off the sneaker. One unfortunate thing about the Nike Epic React is that these two rubber pieces on the ends, they're just yellowed from wear. There's nothing I can do about returning this sort of translucent blue color to the shoe. That's just unfortunately what happens to rubber over time. But this React Foam midsole, I'm pretty sure I can make look a lot nicer than it looks right now because it's disgusting. When you're cleaning foam, you don't want to push too hard because again, foam is soft and it definitely can wear down pretty quickly. You can definitely apply a good amount of pressure, but don't be like digging away at the shoe because that might damage the foam. I've only been scrubbing at this for like 30 seconds and it already looks a lot better. It's crazy. I didn't expect it to come off that easily. So now that I'm pretty much finished hand scrubbing the shoe and I've wiped it down with the Rejuvenator microfiber cloth, it actually looks pretty good. I'm really impressed by how well it worked. Now, unfortunately for me, like my last apartment, the current apartment that I'm in also doesn't have a washer and dryer, so I can't do this next step myself because laundromats don't let you do it, which is annoying. Well, most don't, some do. So because the upper is soaking wet, it has this sort of light gray hue to it. So I'm definitely gonna let it sit and dry, and once it's dry, we can take a look at how clean it is. But if you do have access to a laundry machine, I definitely suggest taking that extra step and using the Rejuvenator sneaker laundry detergent. Now, one of my favorite things about this product is the packaging. You can squeeze the bottle and it actually injects the exact right amount of laundry detergent into this little cup at the top of the bottle. But you do wanna do a little bit of prep before you throw your shoe in the washing machine by taking it and putting it in this Rejuvenator mesh bag. I would actually suggest leaving the Rejuvenator shoe tree in the shoe so that it keeps its shape through the washing machine. So you drop the shoe in there like this. You can also drop your laces in there as well. Then you want to close off the bag with this little zip tie thing here. I'm going to do it in the bottom as well. Once you've got your shoe in the bag, take your laundry detergent, pour the correct amount into the washing machine, set it to a cold wash for about 40 minutes, and drop your shoes in. You definitely just want to wash the shoes and not wash any clothes with the shoes as well because you don't want to get all the grime from your sneakers onto your clothes. But after the laundry cycle is done, you can actually take your shoes out of this mesh bag, let them dry, and you're good to go. So like I said, the shoe is still pretty wet right now, so I'm going to let it dry for a couple hours and we'll come back to it and see how it looks. So guys, I let the shoe sit for a couple hours to let it dry, and honestly, I'm really happy with the results. Pretty much all the stains are gone, which is actually pretty surprising because there was a lot of grass stains around the toe, which I just really didn't think were gonna come out. And the other part that really surprised me was the outsole of the sneaker. Obviously, the rubber parts are yellowing and there's just nothing you can do about that, but the middle foam part is just really white and really clean. I mean, especially when you compare it to the other sneaker that wasn't clean, it's like a night and day difference. Unfortunately, after I hit stop on this recording, I have to go back and do the same thing on this shoe, but it doesn't take too long. And honestly, the results, I think, make it worth it. But like I said before, this method could be used on any pair of knit sneakers. It doesn't just have to be Flyknit sneakers. It could be Primeknit Ultra Boost or Primeknit anything pretty much. Yeezys, Pharrells, anything with a knit upper, you should be pretty much good to go with this method. But if you guys want to go the extra mile and make sure your shoes stay cleaner for longer, I would definitely pick up some Rejuvenator water and stain repellent. Just give your brand new or freshly clean pair of sneakers a couple light coats of the water and stain repellent, let it sit for a couple hours, and you're pretty much good to go. But guys, that pretty much wraps it up for me. If you're interested in checking out the products that I used in this video, make sure to click the link at the top of the description and use my discount code Seth for 10% off your entire order. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all in the next one.